and I will place you on 10 years probation, or I will give you 3 years in the prison. Which would you prefer? And you are going to state ISF. 2022 CR 8453, State of Texas versus Mark Daniel Lewis. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the State of Texas.
For the defense?
All J. Smith for the defense.
And are you Mr. Lewis?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, off the record for a moment. This one, they're gonna come back on that one. All right, we're back on the record. We're here for sentencing. You entered a plea of no contest on November 28th. Applied for deferred adjudication. The court ordered a TAP evaluation and PSI. According to the plea bargaining agreement, punishment is be assessed at 6 years in the prison. The state is opposing your application. They're taking in consideration County Court Cause number 686624. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report?
Yes, Your Honor.
The defense has, Your Honor.
Any objections to the PSI report, state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right, are there any witnesses, state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
Perhaps my client, but his statement is asking for and included in the application. The reason he believes that he can successfully complete a deferred at this point in time of his life.
All right, the court is, could you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record, please.
Mark Lewis.
All right, defense.
Mr. Lewis, did you file voluntarily a motion for deferred or asking the court to assess punishment by way of a deferred probation?
Yes, I did.
And we've noticed in your report that there have been juvenile incidences and prior instances. Have you, what is it about this application at this time that may result in a favorable outcome for you versus when you were much younger?
Well, of course, when I was younger, I was acting like a kid. I didn't think it would help me. I believed that I could do it my own way. Since that initial time frame, I've been to a PUC. I now have a daughter. I've learned what my results will bring me. I was acting like a kid back then. I just thought I could BS my way through it to just try to reach my destination real fast, but I cheated myself.
And do you believe that alcohol and or drugs played a role in the offense that you pled no contest to?
Yes.
This is where things get serious. Sentencing hearings are the defendant's last real chance to influence the outcome. The PSI, the pre-sentence investigation, is basically a roadmap of the defendant's past, and when both sides have no objections, it tells the judge everything she needs to know. At this point, the courtroom power has fully shifted to Judge Boyd.
Have you got a potential place to live?
My bad.
If you were placed on deferred by this court?
At this point in time, I'll be residing at Haven for Hope in PCY Courtyard. My dad lives in Houston. He's looking into assisting me in financially helping me get an apartment within a small time frame, providing that I follow probation rules and successfully do a couple months of course positive living, employment, classes, everything. Then my dad's willing to ask his family to help me with the potential place.
And are you willing to allow the court to help you or address your drug usage?
Yes.
And if the court decides that there should be some classes or some skills or some programs that you attend, are you willing to do that?
Yes.
Are you asking the court for deferred?
I am.
And is there anything else you'd like to tell the court that we have not covered?
No, I feel like we've been covered.
Ask the witness.
State?
Mr. Hughes, you've been previously placed on deferred, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And there, several NTRs were filed in that case, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And eventually that did result in legal rape.
Yes.
Yeah. And shortly after it would have been released, it was the same, but that first offense, it was violation of sex offender registration, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And shortly after that, you were booked again on violation of sex offender registration.
Yes, sir.
And there you were sentenced to 3 years state jail.
Yep. 2 years. Yes, sir.
So yeah, that might be a typo there, Doug. No further questions, Ron.
All right. And that offense was related to something that when he was a juvenile, according to what I'm reading.
Right.
And so it was just, let's see, what did they call it? They called it prohibited sexual conduct.
Right.
And I see you have gang affiliation.
I did.
And what gang was that?
It was 5 days.
Okay.
This is a familiar courtroom narrative. I was young, I've changed. I have a child now. Judges hear this constantly. The key question isn't emotion, its credibility. Has this person actually demonstrated change? Are they just saying the right words at the right moment?
So why were you hanging around this hotel?
I was inebriated. I was charging my phone on a little outlet across from the Starbucks next to the hotel. I was downtown. I take some over-the-counter medication, and time just started fading away. I was charging my phone, and I dropped my charging cord in the grate. So I went away. I came back, and later on that night, I moved the grate to get my charging cord, and it actually entered into it was a room, and I couldn't get back up. So I went through the door, and that's how I ended up in the hotel.
Okay, I don't understand your story. What do you mean you went back up?
No, like it was a grate in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
It was like an air duct. My phone cord, when I unplugged it out of the wall port, it had fallen down into that grate. It was like a duct. I couldn't get back up because the ceiling was like up there, the actual street level.
Okay, so where were you charging your phone?
I was charged right across from the Starbucks.
So was it,
Hotel.
when you were charging your phone, that wasn't inside a facility, that was outside?
Outside on the street level in the passageway between River Center Mall and Dimension Hotel.
Okay. All right, anything else from either side?
Just argument, Your Honor.
I think Your Honor, accept the argument.
All right, I have a question, just as soon as probation is available, but I'll hear argument.
Judge, really here, the two charges that he went to TDC for were violation of sex offender registration. Already shown those were conditions that he was given that he had to follow up with. Both occasions he was unable to do that. On the first occasion, it actually was, he was granted deferred. He was given the opportunity, he was given the opportunity to get help, and he didn't take advantage of it. Motion to revoke identity filed, and he was sentenced to 18 months in the state jail. The state's concern is just that it's a repeated history of not being able to follow regulations or rules that are set out for him. And when he was given a chance, he showed that he wasn't able to follow the rules. And that's where he was revoked and sentenced to prison.
All right. Probation?
Yes, Honor.
On this case, with the violation of sex offender registration, will SafeP accept him?
No, Your Honor.
ISF?
This is a turning point, when a judge openly says they don't understand your explanation. That's judicial code. For I don't believe you, Judge Boyd SNT. Just listening, she's testing the logic, and once a story starts falling apart, it damages everything the defendant has said before.
State ISF.
They will?
Yes.
All right. So here's your choice, Mr. Lewis, and I've read the facts of this case. I'm going to give you a choice. State wants you to do 6 years in prison. I can put you on 10 years probation. It's going to be a conviction either way. I'm not giving you deferred adjudication. It will be a conviction. And I will place you on 10 years probation, or I will give you 3 years in the prison. Which would you prefer? And you are going to state ISF.
10 years probation.
All right, that's what the court is going to do. Sentence you to 6 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 10 years. There's $1,500 fine, probated. State ISF. Proof of employment within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. No unsupervised contact with minors. I'm going to want field visits upon release 2 times per month. Defendant is to remain in custody until transfer to ISF. I'm going to want the UA hotline until further notice. And when he's released, I'm going to want 90 meetings in 90 days. Probation, is there anything else?
Your Honor, you mentioned sex offender, is gonna have to be on some caseload or?
Okay, yes, he'll be on that caseload. You're going to be on the sex offender caseload. Not because this is a sex offender case itself, but because of your registration. And have him evaluated for MIC, because I'm reading in here, there's some mental health issues.
Yeah.
And I'm also going to do no contact. What are your parents' names?
It's Rhonda Sanford and Matthew Treadway.
This moment is brutal but strategic. The judge frames sentencing as a choice, stripping away any illusion of control. 10 years of strict probation versus immediate prison time. The way it's a conviction, this isn't mercy, it's accountability with conditions so tight that failure sends him straight to prison.
All right, you're not to have any contact with your biological parents, because I've read in the PSI report that you were taken into foster care because your parents were homeless, living out of vehicles, doing drugs. So you're not allowed to have any contact with them. Do you understand?
Your Honor, if I may speak, my birth mom and my birth dad, it was a one-time meet. I recently got in contact with my birth dad in 2020 whenever I paroled out of TBC, and he's my number one supporter right now. My birth mom, I'm perfectly fine with that, no contact, because she has continued a drug use and like that lifestyle. She currently actually has a drug-related case. So I've already made it a point, and my dad knows this as well, that I don't want anything to do with her. My dad, he's my number one supporter right now.
Mr. Smith, here's the thing. If you want that changed, your dad is going to have to present himself to the court.
Hey, he lives in Houston now.
All right. Well, he can do it by Zoom, but I'm not going to let you have any contact for now.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm going to show you. Is there anything else, probation, with regards to sentencing? All right. Mr. Lewis, is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, ma'am. Thank you for the time.
All right, I'm showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.